What's up guys, Shouri here, and today I'm going to talk about some of the big problems we're having with version 2.2 and why even as some of the best players in the world, it doesn't get better unless they make some changes. The biggest thing that I'm going to talk about isn't going to be device optimization because that's something they have to fix, but even after they fix that, this is going to be a problem everyone's going to have because, as you can see, it's a bunch of top 20 people on my team, so it's basically as good of a team of three as you can get. And the games are absolutely awful. It's all the respawners, man. You can't end up removing half of the kills in the game, change absolutely nothing else, and then expect things to be okay. Funnily enough, there was actually a really good pace to each map, and it just happened to play really nicely to where you have enough time to loot, and you have consistent fighting throughout, and then you get a final circle with usually about 3 teams left. And sadly, you basically are fighting for about 2 minutes, then you have literally 8 minutes of absolutely nothing happening while the top 2 squads just wait to finally meet each other. Because you're usually having like 4 to 5 circles closed between the time that there's 2 squads left. That's crazy. This is just unprecedented. It obviously means they never tested this, and it has to change no matter what. Even after the device optimizations and everything, this cannot stand because every game is so terrible. And the thing that I see in chat a lot is people saying that, hey, if you're good, then you won't die, so the respawners don't matter that much. But the problem is, you and one other team are usually really good, and that means you guys get to wait and find each other after about 8 minutes of doing nothing. I'll show you what I mean, because it literally is about that much dead time, and I'll have it on 10x speed during that time, so you can see we're running around in cars just trying to find the other team, and it is just absolutely annoying. I do like the respawners though. The beacons are really nice, kind of gives you the Apex Legends feel. You can tell they just tried to rip off Apex Legends, but the problem is they had a really well balanced map, and then they just threw off the balance by just subtracting 50% of the kills. So there's a couple solutions at the end. You can either give respawners back, or there's other options. I'll go over those again at the end of the video. And right here, our teammate ends up dying to one of the top players, so we go ahead and get out of there because we can use those respawn beacons. And that's one thing I wanted to point out, is it's not all bad. And it's just really nice to be able to run when you know you have a top team behind you, and then you can go res at a beacon. That way you don't have a big heart going through the wall, and that way you can regroup together and come back and get the kill. That's exactly what we did here. We're able to go ahead and take out the Kaizen player that killed us in the beginning, and that makes it really nice just to be able to have like a reset without doing what he's doing right there and getting killed through the wall. I wouldn't have known he was there, but he tried to res there. What they should have done is they should have went to a different beacon that's similar to what we did. And I actually think these beacons are a good, huge positive thing in the game. I want them also to give respawners back though, because it's just so boring. And while things get sped up here at 10x speed, while we just run around looking for people, I'll kind of explain some of the other positives, one of which being aim assist being reduced, and specifically it's reduced at medium to long range, and this keeps the VSS meta from being a really big just burden to the whole lobby, where everyone's just using VSSs, and it just really sucks. But it does make it to where there's a little more gun skill. You can use a whole lot more different varieties of weapons. I love the change to the burst weapons. Oh my god, has that been amazing. But as amazing as the good changes are, none of them matter at all. Because even with a top team like this, you are spending like 8 minutes between the last 2 squads actually meeting each other. And yes, I actually mean that. I'll show you timestamps at the end to prove the point, but we're going to 10x it when there's just 2 squads left, and you guys can see we're literally doing our best to find the other team. We are literally rolling around in a car to try to find these people, and this is on 10x speed. And it's just 8 minutes of searching. And this is 8 minutes right now. This does not include the other 2 minutes of searching that happened after that first little fight. So you literally get basically the first 2 minutes of the game to fight, and then you have about 12 minutes of running around doing absolutely nothing, and that is horrible. You can't do that. So again, I'll show you some different things that you can do to mitigate that at the end. And the number one thing you can do is put back respawners. And then it basically just fixes it 100%. And you've already had that, so that definitely should be the option. Also, it's going to be a lot better for people who don't have access to top 20 players and can't just run 3 squads and never die. So it's definitely going to be best to have respawners, but I also think they should keep the respawn beacons in the game as well. But one other thing you could do if you don't want to put back respawners is have it to where after the first circle or two that have the rings go in faster. But as you can see, we literally just sat there for over 8 minutes to not do anything, because that team died instantly. And that's what's so bad about this, is we didn't just run around for 8 minutes and 14 seconds for no reason. But we did that and then instantly killed them. So it was just the worst. There's no reward for that time you put in. At least on this one, we are playing against some of the best players in the world. And I actually got caught out, and I'll show you what time we killed the other squads on this one. I'm not going to 10x for 80 seconds for no reason this time, but I will show you the screenshots of when we had it to 2 squads. And it's basically about the same, a little bit worse actually. But one thing I did want to show is, oh my god, even though I got caught out and just instantly one-tapped by all 3 of them, he gets out right here. And this is the most insane play ever. So they think that he's going to go try to res over there, but he doesn't do that. What he does is he actually just goes back and gets our bodies. And they let him. They are literally camping the respawn beacon while he full reses, which was just so hilarious. And we get in a car and we actually get into the final circle. And right now, we could go fight them, but we don't want to, because we're waiting for my ult. And another good thing is some of the character changes. I like a lot of these things. Just not the respawn beacons. If you change that, pretty much everything will be fine. The aim assist, I like it. I know some people wish that would go back. But the one thing that cannot be unchanged is the respawn system, because it is so bad. Luckily, they come in, and we do finally get to start the fight. I cracked the first guy, and then they do get some damage on me, and what I want to do is I want to get as much damage out on the other 2 and kind of just facilitate my teammates to be able to take them out. We cracked the second one, and with that base blaster, we actually crack Yumi, and so we have all 3 of them to no shields, and our teammate already thirsted one down, and then he gets the other one right there, and now it is going to be a 1v1, but we are actually in the way worse position. Luckily, he was able to get an armor swap, and he goes up top. Now he's just got to heal his armor, and then if he can get this off, he has a shot at the 1v1. I know it says there's 3 alive, but that's because our guy's down. It is literally the 1v1, and he gets it, because the guy got some of his armor back, but not all of it after we cracked him, and we do actually get the win there. Just insane fight. And yeah, dude, that guy stole so many of my kills. Oh, bro. Oh, so rough. But as you can see, with 2 squads and 1 solo left, we just had to waste 8 minutes and 22 seconds. The full recording starts as soon as I get the game and it says the character loading screen. So it's not even 18 minutes of actual on-map gameplay. And to fix that, there are these solutions. 1, just bring back respawners. 2, you can do a ring structure where after the first or second zone, you make it to where the zones go by a lot faster. Or option 3, you can wait till Apex Mobile comes out, and then you can play the game these guys are failing to make. I hope they bring back Farlight and don't make an Apex clone, because honestly, the game was just a lot more fun when it was Farlight. The other thing that's really bad right now is even iPad Pros on HDR can't run consistent frames at all, so they definitely have to fix that. If you can think of anything else, put it in the comment section below. Please share this as devs and anyone else you think it might be helpful for. Subscribe if you liked it, and have a great day.